Alright, today I will teach you a few identities on algebraic expressions. Some of them are quite intuitive, some you really have to memorize it. Alright, so let's say if you've got this identity 1 a bracket b plus c. Well, this actually means you have to multiply a and b, and you have to multiply a and c. So your resulting answer will be AB plus AC. Why positive AC? Well, it's because the plus is in the middle here. Alright, so the second identity, okay, or rather the second example is A bracket B minus C. You get, okay, you multiply A and B and then you multiply A and C. You get AB minus AC. Alright, third. Well, you might chance upon something like this, something more complicated. Well, it's pretty much the same thing. Well, you multiply into B, to C, you multiply D as well. So you get AB plus AC plus AD. Fourth. Okay, this is where the real identity kicks in. If you have got a plus b squared, okay, now this is something you have to remember. You get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Alright, fifth, if you have something like that, this is the second one that you really have to remember. A minus b squared equals to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Alright, so we'll go on to the next one that you really have to remember as well. If you multiply two terms like that, a plus b bracket a minus b, what you get is a squared minus b squared. Okay, next, if you got three different terms, or rather four different terms, a plus b and c plus d, what you do is you take a times c first and then you add a times d, and you do the same b times c and b times d. Alright, so the eventual answer will be a times c will be ac, a times d will be ad plus bc plus bd. Alright, number 8, got a plus b, and you got three different terms. Let me just, you have five different terms rather. Okay, in the above example you got four different terms. Now you got five different terms. You got c plus d plus e. What you will get is, if you multiply it out, a times c times a times d, sorry, a times c plus a times d plus a times e. Okay, you will get ac plus ad plus ae, the first three terms, and then you add b times c, which is bc, plus bd, b times d, and then plus b times e, which is be. Okay, of all the identities, these three most important. Okay, and so let me teach you how to derive, okay, this formula here. Alright, a plus b squared is actually a plus b, a plus b. Sorry, let me just erase this. And you do the same thing, a times a times a, and a times b. You get a squared plus ab and then b times a and b times b, you get ab again, and then b times b, you get b squared. So the resulting answer is a squared, since these are two similar terms, plus 2ab, you get plus b squared. Okay, next, okay, which is here, okay, a minus b squared. This is actually a minus b, okay, and you do the same thing. Okay, the only difference is because of the minus signs, you have to take into account the minus signs as well. A times a will be a squared, a times minus b will be minus ab, minus b times a will be minus ab, minus b times minus b will be positive b squared. Okay, negative times negative will give you a positive, so you get a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, last but not least, this one. Okay, a plus b, okay, a minus b will give you a squared, okay, a times minus b minus ab plus ab minus b squared. So what you really get is just a squared minus b squared. There you go. Alright, let me just give you an example of how to do it. Okay, let's say if you have 5x plus 4 squared and you're actually asked to expand it. Okay, let this be a and this be b. So a, this resembles this, isn't it? Alright, so a is, therefore a equals to 5x and your b is equals to 4, isn't it? So okay, using the formula, okay, if you expand it, you get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so we've got a is equals to 5x, so 5x bracket squared plus 2 times a times b, which is 5x, and 4 plus b squared, 4 squared. What you get is 25 x squared. Alright, 5 times 5 squared is 25, x squared is just x squared. And you multiply the numbers first. 2 times 5 is 10, 10 times 4 is 40, so you get 40x, okay, plus 16. Okay, 4 squared is actually 16, so that's your answer. Yet another example, if you have 3x minus 2y squared, okay, this resembles a minus b squared. A minus b squared is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. In this case, your a is 3x and your b is 2y. Okay, so we expand it from here. A squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, what you get is 9x squared. 3 squared is 9, x squared is just x squared, minus 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, xy plus 2 squared is 4y squared. So that's your answer. Alright, and also, last but not least, you have x plus 3, x minus 3. Doesn't this resemble a plus b, a minus b? Okay, in this case your a is equals to your x and your b is equals to 3. And really, a plus b, a minus b is just a squared minus b squared if you expand it. So it just becomes x squared minus 3 squared, which is x squared minus 9. That's it. So these are just some examples that I've shown you. You got to practice algebra, so give it a shot.